This video is going to show you how to register for our portal, create a new order, and add a sub-user under your account. So the first thing you want to do is go to the BeSafe website. Once you're on the home page, you will notice there's an icon in the top right-hand corner that you click on. It will then take you to the login page. However, if you do not have a login yet, you want to register for an account. Once you click on that link, it'll take you to this section here and you're to complete your information. So once you create your password, you then select next, and BeSafe admin will then be prompted to review and approve your account. Once your account has been approved, you will receive an automatic email that you have been approved, and then you'll be able to log into your account. So again, to log into your account, you go to the BeSafe website icon and it'll take you to the login page. Now, once you've been approved, you can log in via here. Now, to add any sub-users under your account, what you will do is you will go to this icon here in your top right-hand corner, select account settings. It'll show your information that you inputted when you registered. And under here, there's a section that says sub-users. So what you can do is you just press on the plus here and you put in the email address and invite. Then what will happen is the sub-user will then receive an invitation to then register and create their own account. So then they can log in the same way you can. And then you can add as many sub-users as you like. You can see that the sub-users here under this account, the ones that are verified are the people that have been invited and then confirmed their account. The ones that sit on pending have been sent the invitation, but they haven't then accepted the invitation. So if that's ever the case, and let's say Lydia says, I'm no longer able to find the initial email, you can log in and resend the invitation here. Once that's all set up, you can then go to proceed to place your first order. So what you want to do is in this green icon up the top in the right corner, you click on order report and you select what you're ordering. So if it is a building and pest report, you'll select building and pest. You'll input the address, if it's a house, townhouse, how many beds and baths, when your preferred inspection date is for it to take place, who will be giving access, will it be the sales agent, will it be the client, so the vendor, or if it's somebody else, you can select other and it'll give you a prompt to fill in their details on who to contact. Then you will go down to the report details. So in this section here, you will actually input the vendor's details. So when you'll need the report by, client's full name, email address, and phone number. Now, if there's a second vendor that you want to also be included on the report or on the strata, you'll need to select yes, and you can add in any additional client. And then you can, if there's a third, you can also do that via this icon here. Now, this section here is for adding any of your sub-users that you have under your account to receive notifications. So for example, if you want your sub-user Lydia or BeSafe account to receive a notification whenever somebody buys a copy of the report, you just select this drop down and you tick their name. Okay, and you can see they've been selected here. If you want someone to be updated every time there's progress with the report, so for example, when the report's been uploaded, once it's been approved and it's ready, you can do so via this drop down here. So you just select them and then they'll be here. Okay, anyone that doesn't appear under this drop down, it's because they're not a sub-user under your account. So it is important to make sure that anybody that you want to receive notifications is added as a sub-user. Okay. Now you have the option here to share the report with the sales agent and the client. So if you want the vendor to receive a copy of the report before it goes live, then you would select them here. Now, some agents bypass that, they just deselect it, so you can do that. If there's any major defects found, again, you can select the client or deselect the client, and the same goes with the agent. Now, when you get to the bottom section here, this is where you select the option that you would like. So, for example, you have the option for the $50 shared option or the outright cost. There is also the option for the $100, which would appear like this. However, this account is set up a little bit differently, so just ignore this. But as I mentioned, it would be the $50 shared option or the $4.95 buying it outright. Now, if the sales agent is making payment, you would select them. However, if it's the client, so in other words, the vendor is going to receive a prompt to make payment, you would select them. Now, more often than not, you don't have the client's card details, so you would keep this as no. However, if you do, for whatever reason, you can enter their details if they've approved you to do so. However, if not, you wouldn't. You would just select no. Add in any special instructions. So if there's someone in particular that needs to be contacted, someone that you don't want contacted, then you could add it in here, okay? And then you submit the order. Then what happens is the admin, a BSafe admin will receive a prompt to complete the order, and then you will be advised along the way once each step has been taken. So once it's been booked in, once the report has been uploaded, you'll receive prompts via email once these things take place. So the same process with a strata report, you would select strata report, put in the property details, add in the client's details. And again, you can add if there's more, select the people that you would like to receive updates, if any of your sub-users, sharing who we're sharing the report with. Now, in this section, it is important that you do add who the strata manager is, their contact number, lot number, and strata plan number. Reason being is we can generate a letter of authority on your behalf. You just need to tick us to do so. For example, you would tick this one here. Okay, and then we can create the letter of authority based on the information you have provided to us. And again, you have the option here, so the $25 shared option, or if the client's happy to pay for it outright, you do have that option as well. Okay. Now, there is also a section here that says review report before it goes live. Now, in some instances, the agent or vendor might want to look at the report before it goes live online. So in that case, you would select yes, and you'll be sent a copy of the report to review, and then you log into your account and approve it to go live if you would like it to do so. However, if you're not fussed and you would like the report to go live straight away, you just select no, and the report is automatically published. Now, once a report has been uploaded to our portal, you will then be prompted via email that there's a report that is pending approval. For example, if you have selected to review it prior to it going live. So you'll log into your account. On your home page here, there are tabs. So you would go to your pending approval tab. You will see that the report is sitting here. Then you will either you can download the report via this tab here. So if you press that, it'll download the report and you can have a look through it. Make sure you're happy with it. And then if you go to approve report, it'll then automatically approve and go live online. Now, if there's an issue with the report, you want to make some changes, you can either email admin or you can select revise report and write in your comments here and submit that. That will then automatically go through to our BeSafe admin, who will then action it accordingly. Now, if you select report approved, now that's been published live online. Now, you can share your purchase link, which is this here, with any potential purchaser that you have. Or what some agents do is this is the QR code. They will download the QR code and they will take it to their opens. So it looks like this, and they'll just have this sitting maybe on a kitchen bench, and any potential person that comes through the property can then scan this QR code and they'll be taken to our website to download the report. Okay. So again, once you've approved the report, it's no longer sitting in pending approval. It's now under the live tab. So that's here. Now this is a list of all the properties that we have live online, test orders. However, this is what it would look like for you. So all of the properties that you have sitting live online will be under this tab. Under the pending are any reports that you've submitted that are not yet booked in. Upcoming reports, that is once there's been an inspection date assigned. And then again, live, pending. Now closed is for any reports that have now been actioned and the final balance has been charged. They'll be sitting under the closed tab.